guys, it's Tez doing a tutorial for this makeup look today. A look that got several requests on Instagram, so if you want to know how to do it, stay tuned. I started out by priming my face with a silicone-based primer from Airbase, which smoothens out the skin and helps the foundation attach better. I then proceeded to use my Tem2 AirPod to airbrush my foundation base on. This foundation is long-lasting and waterproof, but it does take some time to dry, which is why I did not proceed with the rest of my base as usual. Instead, I continued on to the eyes, using the white LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil for my waterline and the inner corners of my eyes. Gently smudging the liner with my finger. Then I took this black jumbo liner, which you can't tell is from Claire's because the label is almost gone, but yeah, it's from Claire's. And I used that to tightline my upper waterline, which means doing all these possession-looking faces. I then took that same liner underneath the eyes as well, acting as a base for this dark grey eyeshadow from Clean Color that I packed on top using a flat e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I kept using the same eyeshadow for the eyelids as well, but since I didn't prime them with a black liner, the lids will come off looking grey rather than black, which is the desired effect here. And I'm just smudging the shadow with my finger to give it a sort of greasy look, but feel free to use a brush if you like. Then I took out my blending brush and blended away the edges, both at the top and at the bottom as well. I then took my Vivid Baked highlighter from Revolution Makeup and a small crease brush, placing that on top of the white liner in the inner corners of my eye to really make them pop. Then I got out the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper and proceeded to draw on pretty dramatic wings on both sides. An over-the-top wing liner goes well with this kind of look, so feel free to take it even further if you like. I also used that liner to lengthen my lower lash line by extending it inwards by the inner corner of the eye. Then it was time for mascara, and I used the Essence I Love Extreme Waterproof Mascara this time. I then proceeded to prepare my falsies purchased from eBay, using one full set for the top lashes and a small cut-up set for the lower lashes, and the Black Dew eyelash adhesive. Once the glue was on, I left them aside for the glue to get tacky and continued working on my base, using the Makeup Store eyeshadow in the shade Beaver for shading, and I'm sorry about the camera being out of focus here. I then lightly powdered my face using the Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder, especially under the eyes. I then used the shading eyeshadow and a pointy brush to sculpt my nose. Going back into that lovely bright pink highlighter from Revolution Makeup, using an angled face brush, I then went over my brow and cheekbone, jawline, the center of my nose, and my cupid's bow. The eyelash glue had then had enough time to set, so it was time to apply the falsies, starting with the full set on top and then the smaller pieces for the lower lashes. I then returned to that dark gray clean color eyeshadow and my favorite angled brush from Revolution Makeup and did my eyebrows. Using a Q-tip to smudge the inner corners a little to soften the brows up. And then finally, the red lips, using the Revolution Velvet Lacquer in the hot red shade Keep Trying For You, which lasted all night without needing touching up. And then guys, the look is completed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!